They have formed themselves as people, and they have their own opinions and principles. Yesterday's students are the qualified specialists of tomorrow who can compete on global markets. Those who graduate from the Bolashak Scholarship Program are creative, talented, and masters in their fields. And they are the future of our country, who have experience and knowledge. If you want to get to know the hard work and achievements of these qualified specialists, watch the program Bolashak on Kazakh TV.
Today we study about pressure and the effects of pressure. This is a simple example. In wintertime, you're skating or snowboarding. When you stand on the soft snow, your feet will sink. Is it right? If you will be on skis, then you will not sink. Why? Can anyone tell me that? Bolashak Engineering is the name of a school which is in engineering and robot technique. Magzhan Kystaubayev works there as a teacher and did not get tired of teaching her children. Why not teaching? A young and educated man who is full of inspiration. In 2015, a first school in engineering and robot techniques opened only in Astana, and a branch which is in Almaty has started to work since the spring.
Бұл жерде балалардың ғылымға деген шабытын ашу деген мақсат. Бұл жерден бұл курсты бала бітірген соң ол бір ақылды, болмаса бір қиын.
Here is a purpose to open pupils' desire to the sciences. After finishing this school, a child will know the solutions of equations and open interest in engineering sphere. As you can see on Sar and Sainar, we taught them to create a program such as a Ferris wheel, and later they offered their own projects and have an interest in seeing everything.
Колесо обозрения сияқты заттарды құрастырады. Кейін қолынан келетін болған соң, олар өздерінің бір проектларын ұсынғысы келеді. Мынаны көрейікші деген сияқты қызығушылық артып жатыр.
The school, which was opened by young people who graduated at the university abroad, this engineering school has its own uniqueness. Regarding statistics, in the Kazakhstan market, the engineering specialty is one of those required ones. The president of Kazakhstan also mentioned in his industry strategy program about the necessity of engineering specialties. The technology specialty is very necessary in our country, with a statistic program to 2020. And the worldwide trade will need 40 million people with high knowledge. The technical specialty requirement is very high. Magzhan Kystaubayev said that it is very important to bring up a child and teach them in one of these spheres. A child should come into this world not for the necessity of a specialty. They should come to this world for love. A child will be accepted to this innovative school from the ages of 5 until 15. They will become real specialists in their work.
There
are about 30 projects, and we have each student with a project for 6 months in engineering for their own age. And we give a project regarding their knowledge, and of course, we explain to the child who came from the first grade everything. They will have an interest, and the project will be easy for them, while 14 to 15-year-old children, such as Ansar, is able to make something. In childhood, the child will use both sides of the brain, while with an adult, we think mostly with only one side, and the child will think from both sides, and their projects have really good ideas, and help them to invent projects. Magzhan Kystaubayev. In 2008, he studied in the Physics and Mathematics Gymnasium number 173 in Almaty. From 2008 to 2010, he studied in the Al-Farabi Kazakh National University in the Nuclear Physics Department. From 2010 to 2011, he studied English language courses in Boston University in USA. In 2012 to 2016, he studied in Pennsylvania University in the Nuclear Engineering Department. From 2014, he was a mathematics internship program at the University of Leeds. It is a unique school when children study the exact sciences. The subjects are taught game order, such as chemistry, mathematics. For example, currently they are learning from the great Italian artist and scientist Leonardo da Vinci's drawings, which were invented by him. He wanted to have a bridge that was built without any nails. The structure of making it is quick. It is necessary for a warrior. The future inventors make things with paper and wood and other available materials. Currently, teachers such as Magzhan and Bolashak manage here with 30 projects.
30 жобаның ішінде жасалып жатқаны қазір 10 жоба жасалынып жатыр.
We are making our 10th project. Where have we taken this project? Our colleagues from Astana, while they study in the USA, prepare children for an Olympiad, and we saw it at their school. This way, we make things called STEAM. They have known and asked their professor there and brought it to Kazakhstan. During the 2 years they were discussed in Kazakhstan, and they planned new projects. And they released in the ministry that it was open. And we have projects which have been finished. Me and Magzhan are adding them as an additional project.
Қосалқы жобалар. Соны толтырып жатырмыз.
The language of the subjects can be Russian, Kazakh, or English languages from the desire of the pupil. The uniqueness of Innovation School's pupils are divided into groups, and each subject can be taught in the languages which we use to speak. First of all, there should be an algorithm, and it means that it will be taught on the basis of science. Then these ideas will be written on paper, as they should know what materials and how the project will be organized. At the end, the future engineer should see that it complies with life safety rules in a very strict way. And after that, the pupils can work.
У нас вся программа ведется, то есть на основе STEM. Это программа, которая...
Our whole program is based on STEAM, and this is a program which came to us from developed countries such as America, Europe, Germany, and etc. The STEAM program is claimed here, and it is a specific program from the ministries for the 5th to 9th grades. Our STEAM program turned out as well, and we've tried to combine with our program and have a hybrid, which we think we need the most essential thing for children. One important factor is that our children are the center of learning in groups. Strictly here, we develop things such as teamwork, team spirit, and group performs with every child having an obligation of what he or she decides, and what controversial issues in the team are not only that they take a part in the account of the views of each child, and in the group they have to prove their own opinion in methods of mathematics, physics. They also have to prove why their opinion is right, and why the project should move in this direction, and have specific measurements or engineering drawings, which should be done in this way here, because teamwork will make a high spirit for each child.
То есть здесь прививается командный дух обязательно.
The school, which opened 1 year ago, has approximately 300 pupils studying in Astana and 50 in the Almaty school branch. It has been showing good results. For example, to receive electricity from the rain, to transfer by bike a vaccine in India, these projects have taken under control. Every school pupil makes projects for their own age and spends their summer holidays with benefits. For example, you saw a crane or a Ferris wheel, and all of them were invented by the hands through hydraulics. But the main idea to move them via the application, which is on a smartphone through Bluetooth program, is switched on. Everything has been made by hand, as our hands are able to make them. Why should we not buy it? For example, there are Legos. The child can play and make constructions from them. And the next day, they already will not play with it. Parents will buy one complex of Legos for 80,000 tenge. The child will play with it one time. And in our school, a child invents something and can take it with him. It gives an inspiration for the child. It should be open, as our purpose is a custom.
Таңертеңнен бір сұлу суға келеді, суға келеді, суға келеді. Ат жетекте бір жас жігіт еріп келеді.
Since childhood, Magzhan was close to music. He went to the section and sung songs in a fest. Currently, music is his hobby. When he has free time, he plays on musical instruments and has a rest from work. This guitar he brought from the US when he worked in the summer. When he studied in the USA, he sung Kazakh songs on some occasions or fests, and learned some English songs. Besides music, he prefers alpinism when he lived in Pennsylvania.
ақшта жүргенде альпинизмге қатты қызықтым. Ол жерде енді ақш өте үлкен, табиғаты әртүрлі, таулары да көп.
When I studied in the USA and Pennsylvania, I was interested in alpinism. There they have Appalachian Mountains. They were not as high as Almaty's mountains, but they were interesting in alpinism sport. Now in the summer, I go to the mountains once or twice a month, in the peaks such as Komsomol. Sometimes I go for alpinism or I spend a night in the mountains. My father told me that if you go to the mountains, you will have rest from the city and have high spirits.
Былай әкем айтады, енді тауға шықсаң рухың көтеріледі дейді. Қызық, сол өзің де демаласың, қаладан босайсың.
Father, our uncle Magzhan studied in the USA, doesn't he? I also would like to study with him in the Bolashak scholarship program and work and do good work. Well done, son. You should study well. You should study very well to receive a scholarship. Magzhan is an elder son at home. When he applied for the first time to the scholarship program, he was not accepted. In the first year he failed, but his desire for knowledge brought him to study abroad. And the second time when he applied, he was accepted on the scholarship, and he went to study abroad.
Менің балам бір аса соншалықты бір ерекше болған жоқ. Кәдімгі қазақтың қарапайым баласы, қазақша тәрбие алды.
My son was simple, and he was brought up in a Kazakh family. He had a desire to get knowledge and to study very well.
Содан өзі оқу жақсы болды да, сол мен өзім де білмей, бір күні әке болашақ бағдарламасын.
One day he came to me and he said, "Father, I've become a winner of the Bolashak program scholarship. It was a great happiness in my life." There were simple happinesses before the example. When you buy a car or a house, or you can compare it with small happinesses in life. I felt myself light as I took a 5 to 7 ton cargo off me. I got the meaning of my life and my purpose to show achievements.
Өмірімнің мағынасы бар. Сондай бір өзімнің бір мақсатым бір орындалғандай болып қалды.
Magzhan knows 4 languages and his friends were sure, as he will achieve a purpose in front of him. His friend Mukhtar, who studied with him since 8th grade in gymnasium number 173, physics mathematics, told us Magzhan has an interest in school for physics. That's why it's right that he works in engineering and robotic techniques. Bolashak Engineering School. The school makes a great contribution to society.
Көптеген болашақтық жігіттер, қыздар мысалы келеді де шетелдік.
A lot of girls and boys who graduated through the Bolashak scholarship program work in foreign companies and make their own career.
Шетелдік компанияларға тұрып, өз бетімен өздерінің жұмысын жасап, сол карьера жағынан өсіп кете береді. Бірақ халықты ойлаған, болашақты ойлаған, жастардың болашағы.
I can truly say that there were a few of them who think about the nation and the future of Kazakhstan. I think they should open a school where they teach Kazakh generations, instead of working in a foreign company with American certificate. Typically, to help a young generation, it is one of prestige.
Қазақстан жастарына көмектесемін дегеннен деген өте үлкен бір мәртебе деп ойлаймын.
Subsequently, there were 4 months in the engineering school when it was opened, and the educated specialist Magzhan works here and makes projects. That's why, to show these new projects to people this fall, we will be organized by School Things for the exhibition in Astana, and through these projects, we will also be able to organize different scholarships. But 2 schools are not enough for our country to share their opinions as the young specialist. And this autumn, there will be opening a branch of the school in Atral. Every city needs 5 schools, as we have a lot of children. Especially parents don't know where to send their kids in the summertime. The child should go to sport, wrestling, play dumbra, and develop widely. There are sayings such as, "The taste of the sea will try from the drop," and the child should choose what he likes and prefers. Currently, we work here in the engineering sphere, and in the future we will add projects connected to robotic construction. The school is able to be provided with projects. Here we work with qualified specialists such as Magzhan, and we can see new ideas and devices for the projects and a desire to work.